I'm clicking. I don't know what it's doing.
We don't know what's going
I
on.
should probably also have YouTube pulled up in case I got to edit something while we start.
Ooh, there we go. That's what I just did. I have YouTube up. Oh, I have TikTok on my phone because there's just no way at the moment.
Oh, I just saw your new thumbnail. It's cute.
Oh, thank you. Let
You're
me see.
welcome. Okay, so I see us here. It doesn't have any information on TikTok. I mean, on YouTube. Hi, everyone. I'm
Are we
adjusting
live?
on my end on YouTube. It looks like we are. There's no
Okay, I
title
will wait.
or anything here, so I gotta quickly see if
There
I can
is. It
edit.
says watch Chris play Pokemon Violet DLC.
Oh, that's very not what we're doing.
That's what it pushed me.
I'm doing it right now. Okay, so
God, I look so close on your end. Why am I so close? I have no idea what to tell you. If
okay,
I try this, I'm gonna zoom in.
Reddit stories. Let me Reddit. Hi everyone, by the way, if anybody's in the chat, I'm not looking yet, so give me a minute. Store. I'm just
I'll
tweaking.
keep them entertained.
Yes, why don't you tell us a fun story?
So there was a singular mouse that got that got stuck in our house, I guess. And at first, I saw some movement out of the corner of my eye, and I could have sworn it was a mouse. So I screamed, and Danny ran in, and he's looking behind the fridge. He's looking everywhere. He's like, "There's no mouse," and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Okay." I imagine the whole thing. I imagine the whole thing. Next
Okay.
thing I know, that mouse. It should have ran when it had the chance. My cat Suki saw that thing in the hallway and made her first kill.
Oh
And
my
Danny's like,
god.
"Don't come in here," and is literally like, he's like on top of a bucket, and he's like, "I don't know what to do. We got to get this thing out of here." But it was already,
Oh
it
my
was a done
god.
deal. So we had just like out in our hallway. So that was a fun story, right? That was fun.
That was fun. How did was there any like remnants, I guess, like blood or anything?
Danny did not let me see anything.
Oh, okay, so you
However,
have no
for a
clue.
little while afterwards, he wasn't mentally the same, Chris. He was something was different. Something had broken in him. And
Interesting.
we had to do all sorts of tricks to be like, just don't think about it. So it's a trauma that he buries.
Gotcha.
Yay,
Okay,
Reddit
question,
stories.
question. Is there one thing you could do for me? I'm sorry to do this right before we get into it.
What's up?
It's asking me for, it's not letting me remove my thumbnail. It's only asking me to replace it. So I am without thumbnail. If you have one, I will make my own for the future.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me just.
It doesn't even need to be fancy. I don't want it to have a Pokemon thumbnail while we're talking about Reddit stories. Everyone,
What?
hi. I don't know who's watching.
I don't know who's watching, but I'm just gonna send you the same thumbnail if that's okay.
That's totally fine. Like I said, I'll make one for the future just so we can so people don't get confused if they follow both of us.
Entering in my Gmail.
Your Gmail.
I have a question for you, Chris.
Okay.
Do you think, and like honestly, do you think you could survive in the Fallout universe? And if so, for how long? Like a day, a week?
Girl, you met me. You think I would survive in the Fallout universe?
No, I think you would die very quickly, but I wanted to give you a chance to prove me wrong. I sent it, by the way.
Okay, you are the best. I'm just putting the tags and then I gotta add it. I'm good. But if you would like, just so we don't keep your audience waiting, we can start.
Oh, I'm not live yet. I was waiting for you to.
Oh, so yeah, give me 2
I didn't
seconds.
know.
I'll be almost done.
Yeah, you're
Reddit.
fine. I'm.
Am I the a-hole?
Am I the a-hole? I am going to try to keep it a little PG.
Yes.
Not sure how well that's going to work.
If I curse, I'll be sure to use my bleep button.
Oh, I need to get a bleep button. It is so annoying to edit. That's why I try my best just not to cuss, because I just cannot bleep, 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 bleep all day. Ooh. Yes. Okay. I think we're good.
Okay. So I'm going to swap out that thing you just sent me. And then I think I'm also good.
Wildcats everywhere. Raise your hands up in the air. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry.
Wildcats
so sorry anyone had to say
everywhere. Put your hands up in the air. That's the way we do it. Let's do it. Come on. I don't know the rest of the words. I forgot them.
By the way, if you get access to the TikTok shop for creators, you can request. Actually, you might be able to now. I'm not really sure what the follower count thing is, but you can request free samples of things.
Oh yeah,
you
I
have
know. Sorry.
So I got no, that's awesome though. But I have like some V Star Universe coming. I got a pack of 151 right
Oh,
here that we need to
wow.
open.
Love that. I didn't realize that like Pokemon creators were also doing that.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
sometimes, and then when you make videos, you get points, and then you can exchange those points. So you can exchange them for like an ETB or whatever, just by not. It doesn't matter like how engaged I think your video is. As I think it's the number of videos you make.
Gotcha. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I think I need a couple more followers before that, but why not? Okay. So I think I'm good here. Just pulling up YouTube on my end to monitor if in case anything happens.
God willing.
God willing. Yeah. Okay. I'm now. My only question is, will this show up in the shorts feed for people? But I guess we'll find out. All right.
I'm gonna go live.
Go for it, girly.
YouTube, TikTok. Guys, we're live right now. I think that's insane.
Whoa.
In case we are live, I think we should go ahead with introductions.
Oh, okay.
If we're not live, this is super. No, we are live. Okay. What's up, trainers? It's Wazakas Gaming, and we are back at it again with our refined Reddit story Thursdays. And since you like him so much, can't get rid of him now, I am joined again by my friend Pixel Chris. Chris, you want to say hi?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me back, Wazakas. This is always a fun time.
And today we have 5 more Reddit stories for you guys. So at first I was going to make this about Reddit story revenge, but this time, instead of having a theme, we kind of just have a mesh of different stories. And we will leave time at the end of every single story. So if you guys do have input of any kind, we will be reading comments. So without further ado, I say we go ahead and jump into our first story, Chris. Also, by the way, if you guys want to follow Chris, he is here on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all of the things. So underscore Pixel Chris.
Yes, it's underscore Pixel Chris. And on my end, if anybody's watching on the live stream on my channel, make sure to check out Wazakas Gaming. Great Pokemon-themed content and sometimes some other gaming-related subjects. They are also on TikTok and YouTube and all that good stuff.
All the good. All right. Without further ado, let's get into the very first story. This one's a little short, but am I the a-hole for refusing to re-propose after my fiance lost her engagement ring? So, I, 29-year-old male, proposed to my fiance, 28-year-old female, 6 months ago with a beautiful ring that I saved up for over a year to buy. She was thrilled, and we were happily planning our wedding since then. Last weekend, we went on a trip to the mountains for a little getaway, and during one of our hikes, she realized her engagement ring was missing. She was devastated, and we spent hours retracting our steps, but we just couldn't find it. When we got home, she asked if I could get her a new engagement ring and re-propose to her to recreate the special moment. I told her I understood how she felt, but buying another ring of the same quality would be financially challenging for me right now. I suggested that we could either wait, or I could afford a smaller ring or get her a more modest ring for now and upgrade it in the future. She was upset and said it wouldn't feel the same with a different ring and that the magic of the proposal was lost and gone forever. She insisted that she wanted the moment to be recreated just as it was before. I told her that important thing was that our commitment to each other and not the ring or the proposal herself. She accused me of not caring enough about her or her feelings and said if I truly loved her, I would find a way to make it happen. Now there's a lot of tension between us and she's been very distant ever since. I feel like I'm being practical, but she feels like I'm not valuing our engagement enough. So am I the butthole for refusing to re-propose with a new ring under these circumstances? I would like to throw it over to you to get your initial thoughts.
Oh, we're starting with me? Okay.
Absolutely. This is insane, first off.
So, my first inclination is, like with any other thing, if you lose your thing, it's your fault and your responsibility. And if he's saying that the price of the ring was so outlandish the first time and he can't afford a new one at that scale, I think that's like at that point you have to just accept like what you
Yeah,
lost, and like
absolutely.
and you should even be happy that he's offering to buy you another ring. Um
That's the thing. She lost the ring and she's mad at him now?
yeah, it makes no sense. She's the one that caused the issue, which again, almost, what do you say, almost a year of his like to save
They
up.
have been, I don't actually know if he said, no, you're right. I saved up for over a year to buy this ring.
Yeah.
First off, shouldn't he be upset at her? Why would you take a ring out on a hike? If you have like, I have my engagement ring
Uh-huh.
still on, and this thing is barely in there. I would not take this on a hike. So I'm not really sure what she was thinking there in the first place. And then to then throw it on of you don't care about my feelings. Like, I want to know how much the original ring was.
Yeah, I would love to know. I'm just a nosy person that by nature, so I would just
Right.
want to
I want the
know.
details.
Because it could mean different things. He could be a very high end businessman that makes tons of money and had saved up for like a wild ring, or it could be like a more modest guy who's like,
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm working retail and this is the best I could do, and I waited a full year to save up to propose to you, and now you lost this ring. So that
Exactly.
those factors also in general is just like, if I wasn't making a lot of money, I would be even more upset that she lost the ring.
I'm going to look at some comments over here as well. Not the
Yeah, yeah.
asshole. If you really loved me is a trap to try to get you to do something that's just illogical. But it's also counterproductive. You have actual things that you need to use your resources on
Hmm.
besides non-pressing moments to create. That's one question I have. Why does she want to recreate the moment? Why does that need to happen?
Yeah, no,
Like, I
that's
don't
fair.
understand that part.
I think honestly, I am such a people pleaser that I would be like,
Yeah.
I would literally be like, I'm trash. I lost the ring. I don't deserve a new ring. You should divorce me. You should throw me
Oh
off
my
a cliff.
God,
You should
no.
like drown, tie some concrete to me and throw me in a river. Like that's how insane I would. How horrible I would feel if I lost the ring someone bought me to marry me. But
Angie B says also not the asshole. Yeah, I don't see how we're even having this conversation.
yeah, also for anybody who's currently watching on my end, if you have anything to add as well for comments or thoughts, feel free to put it in the chat, because I will also give your takes as well to
Yeah, we're reading
for
comments.
yeah, so definitely do that. But honestly, in short and simple, I think she's already asking too much. He's offered to replace it. She's asking for too much, anything past that.
Honestly, I don't. Yeah, Jake, I'm not really sure what that means. You can give nicknames to whatever you want, but I do agree that this feels like there's like something else. Like I don't like, as long as the ring is replaced, like what does it actually matter? And what's
Mhm.
interesting is we do have a counter story right after this one. It's another wedding ring
Oh,
story, but it's like completely opposite to this one.
oh
Um
wow.
but 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 short and simple, no, not the asshole. If
Yeah, I
anything, I
agree.
think that's a super big red flag that your partner is doing that to you, and you may want to rethink some things. I don't know.
That's fair. I agree.
Okay, so the next story. Boyfriend likes to flaunt wedding ring but won't propose. I'm so confused. My boyfriend likes to go around telling people we're married. He tells his friends we're basically married and tells strangers we're basically married. He even bought himself an engagement slash wedding ring. So with him doing that, I thought he was getting ready to propose. We just hit our 4-year anniversary and I asked if he was going to propose anytime soon. He says, no, not anytime soon. I'm not ready. I'm so confused on why he's telling people we're married if he's not going to propose. We've gone ring shopping together on a different occasion. He knows that I like on other occasions. He knows that I not only like wearing rings, but I
Hmm.
buy them for myself. One day I went out and bought myself a ring that had a square center stone and it looked kind of like an engagement ring. He noticed that ring almost instantly. He
Hmm.
kept asking me questions on where I bought it, how much it was it. And I thought it was just him being interested in me because I love giving him hauls. The next day, though, he comes home with a matching silver band. Now he tells me to also wear the ring I just bought, and he makes me wear it on my ring finger while he wears his. We rarely talk about marriage, and if anyone brings it up on me, he generally does not care to respond and kind of ignores it. Now you might be thinking, why don't I propose? I have. And he said, nah, the girls shouldn't ask. He's not like he rejected me, but he kind of brushed me off.
Oh my
So
God.
I need advice. Will he propose, or is this relationship a waste of time? Interesting. All
That
right.
is
So I'm going to
wild.
take the first one
Yeah,
on
you
this
go.
one.
I did last time, so you go first.
So to me, this feels so weird. It's basically like he wants a wife, but he doesn't want anything that comes attached with it. I am interested to know so she's proposed to him and he's like, nah, I don't want that. He won't propose to her, but he went out and got a ring so that they look like they were married. This is a confusing boy to me. I'm not saying that it's necessarily she should run,
Yeah.
but I think you need to did it say they've been going out for 4 years. So at least talking about what y'all plan to do in the future is something that should be happening. You know what I mean? So this is
No, for
just really
sure.
weird. Why do you think he's doing this?
Honestly, I have not even the slightest clue. It seems like I think you are barking up the right tree saying that like he seems to want like the benefits without the actual commitment. Um Especially because let me make sure I got this right. So he got a ring for her to wear with the fancy ring the nice looking ring that she bought.
No, so she went
Uh
out and got herself a ring that had a
yes.
square center stone that looked like an engagement ring.
Yeah.
He saw it, asked her a bunch of questions, and then went out and just bought a wedding band that looks like it kind of matches the color of the ring.
Yeah, that sounds like he's just lazy.
Yeah, like what is happening here?
I don't know, dude. That's a little, like weird. I don't know. I don't like it.
The only thing that I could possibly I don't know. This doesn't even feel like cheating or anything. I think this guy is weird. And I don't know why you would want to flaunt around that you're married to strangers in the first place. You know what I mean? Like it's one
Yeah.
thing to like act that way on family, but it sounds like he goes out of his way so that strangers on the street are like, hey, that's my wife, and it's not. So let's look at some comments.
Okay.
He doesn't want to marry you ever. Stop wasting your time if you want marriage.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. Is just like it's just he doesn't want.
No.
He doesn't just want to like finalize or commit.
By any means.
By any
There's
means.
old. Someone said wear a T-shirt that says "single and ready to mingle." If he's not, if he's just not that into you, had a husband edition. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like he's just. He might just be going through some sort of motions because he's like, we've been together for so long, but he doesn't want to actually, like, put a ring on it, like buy her the actual ring.
The only question I have that is not answered here is I wonder how old they are. Is this like a really young couple that's just been like from high school or something? Are these guys like near 30 years old, 40? Like how old are these people? Because it sounds like a younger guy to me.
That makes
sense. It sounds like an early
20s. Yeah, it could make sense. I think the thing to keep in mind about like all these types of Reddit stories is that there's so much context that could mean a lot behind the actual story, and you're only getting the one, the one aspect of it or something from one point of view. So like, I would hope that they would be reliable enough storyteller to be like, oh, this guy's older, so he's been in like he was married at one point, got a divorce, and maybe that could be a reason why, or
yeah, I can see that.
Like I would hope that if there was a reason that would make it more likely that he's acting the way he's acting, she would be privy to it and share it in the story. So, but with what we got, he just sounds bizarre, like he doesn't want to make the commitment.
Yeah, this is the last thing I'm going to say and we will move on from it, but the only thing that I'm getting from this is that maybe he's hoping that if he kind of acts like she's his wife, that she'll kind of forget about it. Like this will be enough for you kind of thing.
Oh,
like I'm flaunting you around. We're wearing wedding rings. We don't got to get married. It matters more that we're in love, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah. And I will say at the, like just to square it off, like, it seems like they need to have like that conversation, but he keeps avoiding it. And you know, it's important. Like if one person finds it really valuable to like the experience of getting married and stuff, but another person isn't so crazy about it, like whether they're
Yeah.
worried about the expenses or they just don't like having that big extravagant event, then that's a conversation to have because that's supposed to be your life partner.
Yeah.
Hi, world of
All right.
Hush. Sorry, I just had
It's
to say
just
someone.
no, you're totally fine. No, this is crazy. And honestly, I have no real advice for her.
Me
The
neither.
only advice I have is sit him down, say, are we getting married or not in like the next like 5 years? Is that a plan for you? And if not, then like get out of there.
Yeah.
But we have the next story is actually a now deleted
Ooh,
Reddit story.
I love drama that people try to get rid of.
Oh, we love drama. Okay, so here this one is called "Am I the Butthole for Ruining My Brother's Marriage?"
Oh.
The first sentence says, "No, I didn't sleep with his wife."
Okay, well,
LOL.
He's covering his bases.
Yeah, let's just get that out of the way. Nobody slept with anyone's wives. Okay,
Yes.
so my wife and sister-in-law got pregnant around the same time. Just weeks apart with sister-in-law leading. So sister-in-law is going to have her baby first.
Okay.
Wife's pregnancy was hard on her, but she pulled through, and I did my best to support her, especially since it was our first child. After she gave birth and she had PPD, like most women, it was hard, but I was prepared for this. I had made around 10 meal preps of her favorite foods and desserts so she could have them exactly when she wanted them, and it'll allow me to help out with the baby girl more. I let her have time to herself whenever she needed it, because if she isn't feeling well, then my baby isn't feeling well either. Got her push presents, not sure what that is. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's when you deliver the baby. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Jewelry, shoes, and the bag she wanted. I really wanted her to transition to motherhood as beautiful as she had made it for me becoming a father to our girl. Okay. Now comes the problem. I said my sister-in-law gave birth earlier than my wife. She went low contact for a couple of weeks, which we got because we did the same. When I did see her, though, I was appalled. She had grown heavy eye bags, wore dirty clothes, and obviously hadn't had time for herself. My brother, on the other hand, looked clean, put together, no stress, but I didn't say anything since it wasn't my relationship. On the last Sunday, my mom hosted a get-together, and during it, me and the sister-in-law were able to talk for a bit. She made a comment about how put together my wife seemed, and she said the labor must have been easier for her, which I corrected, saying it wasn't. I just took care of things for her for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Anything she asked me to do, and I repeated what I wrote above, all the things that I did for my wife. She got quiet and looked a bit sad and mumbled something before heading back inside. I didn't think much of it until yesterday. Then my brother called me, blowing up and cursing at me over the phone, calling me an a-hole for trying to appeal to his wife. He added how they had a fight and she felt like she wasn't being cherished and loved like she was supposed to be and needed time to think about their relationship. So she went back to her parents with the baby. I told him I didn't mean for it to come off like that, and I was just being honest when we were talking about what I had done for my wife. Didn't work that he then called me a few more names before hanging up. My family is mad at me, especially my dad, saying that I was trying to make my brother look bad in front of my wife by flaunting my lifestyle. So am I the asshole? Take it away, Chris.
Oh my God. No, you're not the asshole.
No.
He's insecure because you're a good husband and you happen to mention how you take care of your partner when they're going through such a difficult time. It's not his fault that your partner heard everything he was doing and was just like, oh, why doesn't my partner do that for me? That's just that's nobody's fault. He's telling 100% you an experience. You can't get someone upset for being a good person. I mean, you can't get upset. Also,
he's not upset about that, is he? He's not upset that he took care of his wife.
Nope.
He's upset that he did it and it backfired on him.
Yep. I agree. Scott, we're not going to answer that type of question right now because we're trying to stick on topic, but feel free to drop by for another stream in the future and we'll chat about it.
The other thing that that is just like, first off, like, so no one in the family is clearly helping out. They see that this woman is like completely disgruntled and she's like having a hard time, and
Yeah.
their first instinct is to clearly, number one, do nothing, and two, it's obviously just displaced anger. His wife is leaving him, and he has
Yeah.
no one else to have an outlet except for you. You talk to my, and the dad for taking the side. Like, I want to know what the mom thinks hearing your son and your dad, like, oh, you're just trying to make him look bad because you don't take, because you took, you know what I mean? Like, what does she must think?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a ridiculous situation. It's pretty cut and dry, and the fact that it even got to like this point is just stupid. You know, it's like, okay, your partner figured out that you aren't like a great partner, so
That you're poop, like,
yeah,
legit.
and you know, you just have to. Sorry, but suck. Wait,
Like, sucks to suck.
suck it
Absolutely.
up. You know,
Here's
I'm still
here's
learning
a
how to use
comment.
my censor.
Suck to suck. I know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm like, well, I said the A word already, so there's one beep for you.
Oh yeah.
Bunny Slayer says, since when is being considerate a lifestyle? That is a good question. Yeah, what did they say? Oh yeah, the dad said, I was trying to make my brother look bad in front of his wife by flaunting my lifestyle. That is a thing that I don't get. So like, your
Yeah.
wife comes up and asks a question, he answers the question, and you're flaunting. That is something that they throw around for everything, whether that's like LGBTQ issues or Black Lives Matter or anything. You're flaunting. No one's flaunting. I answered a
Yeah.
question.
I think it's just absolutely ridiculous that like it could be someone can view being a considerate partner as a like lifestyle or you know, confuse it for anything else other than what it is, which is just being a considerate and reliable person in your
A
life.
loving husband.
Yeah. So I think obviously my opinion is not the a-hole, but what are you thinking?
Definitely not the a-hole. I also saw what someone said in your chat, and that's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So not the a-hole that, in fact, I would say, what's the opposite? I don't know, like
a good person.
A good person, exactly. I think you're the best person in this situation, and you need to stay away from your brother and your father. Like, clearly, I can see where your brother gets it. I can absolutely tell where he gets it from.
Someone's insecurity is showing.
Someone's insecure. Oh, maybe that's what the theme should have been.
Insecurity.
Just a bunch of insecurity. Absolutely.
I feel you there.
Can I give a nickname to your Reddit duo?
Reddit duo?
We'll take a name.
Sure.
I would love a name. Let me know what you come up with.
Check out both our profiles and see what would fit, because this is a little bit of a I guess a derivative of what we normally make. We just do this because it's fun.
Yeah, honestly, this is not algorithm happy for me, but I like Reddit stories. I like drama.
Yeah,
I like spicy drama.
The tea.
Okay, this one's a little bit longer.
Okay.
So my 37 male, my wife's sister tried to kiss me, and now my wife is spiraling.
Oh my God.
This is actually updated. I think the original post is from 2023, but we're just going to read we're just going to read the recap, and then we might do the update, or I might save the update for best of Redditor updates, which we will be doing soon. I got some spicy ones.
Okay. You tell us the base story, and then you'll feel for the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us the update.
So as the
I can't hear you. Oh my God. Okay, there you are. I got scared.
You dropped from my stream. What's happening?
What? I'm here.
No, you're here. I just can't see you.
Oh, I don't know did you click something by accident? That was scary.
No, I've just been reading. I swears it.
Oh my God, that was so weird. I mean, we're still on live.
Okay,
right?
okay. I have you show on stream. I don't know why it did that. We're different sizes now, but that's okay. We're equal anyways.
Yes. Every size is the same. Is equal.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. All right. We're
Okay.
professional. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Why am I so close on your stream? I never understand. All right. So, my, as the title says, my wife's sister made a pass at me at a recent family gathering, and I have no idea what to do. For context, I think my wife, let's say, call her Jenna,
My
is
wife.
absolutely gorgeous, but she has some really negative body image issues. This is in large in part because of her sister, who we'll call Mary, who is very conventionally attractive, as opposed to Jenna's more unconventional, but in my opinion, striking beauty. Yeah, save yourself there. Okay, we'll get to that. Mary, my wife's is not conditionally attractive, but I think she's hot. That's
Hey,
not
hey,
anyway.
hey, babe. You're just you're special. You're just special, babe. I
Your
love you.
sister's
I
hot,
love you.
but I think you're beautiful.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to that. So Mary was a successful model until a couple of years ago and now works in the fashion industry. In our early days of dating, when I would tell Jenna she's beautiful, she would always say, "Just wait until you see my sister." When I did finally meet her family, she would randomly press me for weeks to talk about her sister, whether I thought she was more attractive than her, etc. I always told her the truth, that I think Mary is attractive in a boring way. Okay. In a boring way, and I think my wife is much more beautiful and interesting to look at. She wouldn't let it go until I confronted her about how uncomfortable it made me, and asked her what was going on. This is when she told me that she had always had a chip on her shoulder about her looks because of being compared with her sister. They fell into the classic one smart one, pretty one dynamic their whole lives. She also said Mary had a habit of being flirty with all of her exes and warned me that it would happen to me eventually. This family is toxic as hell.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting.
She then
I'm already overwhelmed.
This is horrible. Yeah. She then started sobbing and begging me not to cheat on her with her sister, to which I forcefully said I would never cheat on her with anyone, let alone her sister. And I've been crazy about my wife since day one. There's literally no woman on earth that could come close to her. And I honestly didn't believe her about the flirting at first. I assumed it was an extension of her insecurity, but boy, was I wrong. Whenever we got together with my wife's family, Mary always found a way to touch me and make little innuendos and comments about me or my body.
Oh.
It's super uncomfortable for everyone, especially my wife, which she does it in front of. I've called her out on it before. She'll be cool with it for a while, but eventually start doing it again. And it's been 6 years of this. Every time it happens, my wife is upset for days, and I have to do a lot of reassuring. On to the current problem. A few days ago,
Okay.
we were at my mother-in-law's birthday party. I know this is just going.
Yeah.
And Mary asked me to help her with get some things from the garage. As soon as we walked into the garage, she turned and pressed me against the door. I should probably do a quick warning if maybe for like assault or something like that. So maybe if you
Trigger
have
warning.
that trigger warning. Yeah. She pressed me against the door with her whole body and started trying to kiss me. I immediately pushed her off and asked her what the F she was doing.
Oh
She
my
started
God.
giggling and said she was, quote unquote, doing what we have both been thinking, and kept insisting, "You know you want to." I told her she was out of her mind and I ran. I went straight to my wife and told her we were leaving. The whole ride, she was asking me what was wrong, and I wasn't sure whether to tell her because I knew how much it was going to hurt. But I also thought Mary is going to probably try to spin this as me making a move on her, so I knew I just had to say it. I told her everything and she cried the whole way home.
Oh,
For the
the
last
poor
several days,
girl.
I know this is horrible. For the last several days, Mary has been calling and texting my wife exactly what I thought she would do. Even telling my wife I said Mary was the hottest girl I've ever seen, which I had to assure my wife a million times that I did not and would never say something like that. She's been a complete wreck the last several days. She's hardly eating. She pulls away from my touch when I try to hug her, and she tells me she feels hideous and disgusting, and I don't know what to do. This is the lowest I have ever seen her, and it hurts to see how much she's hurting. I have no idea how to help her. Reddit, what should I do?
Oh my God.
One additional relevant comment.
Okay.
My in-laws definitely enable her behavior. She's the golden child. They brag about her constantly, even though my wife is literally a neuroscientist. Their mom was a pageant queen, and she was their dad's much younger trophy wife. Honestly, we may just have to go no contact with all of them.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Correct. Get out.
I I don't know why, but this
Wow.
story really spoke to me. I think probably because I personally I have a lot of like body dysmorphia issues where like I could
Same.
be as skinny as a stick. Like I was 140 pounds at one point, and I just ended up like I still felt like I wasn't fit enough. So I could understand being in this woman's I guess position with confidence and just how you view yourself, and because I compare myself to other people, I know it especially has to sting when
Oh yeah.
you're close in age to someone else and they make a move on your man. It's your
Which, I mean, if you
family.
want to be unalived, I mean, you can try.
Yeah,
But
try it.
try it.
Like, what do you oh my god, like I
It's
don't
like,
even
wow, I
know.
stole your husband. Wow, what a prize.
Yeah,
One
you're such a cool
additional thing that
person.
I did see.
Yeah.
This is one clarifying thing. Some folks have asked me why I would ever put myself in a position to be alone with Mary, given everything she's done. I have no good answers for you other than never thought she would actually try to do anything. That possibility just didn't exist in my head. I realize now that I should have seen this would happen eventually, and that I should have been less concerned with keeping the peace and more concerned with shutting down Mary's poop before it escalated to this point. Hindsight is 2020.
Bro.
Yes, here's the one thing.
Okay.
Your bodily autonomy, to hex with keeping the peace. Hell no.
Yeah.
You, at the end of the day, this was, again, trigger. We did do a trigger one, but this is a type of assault. A man forcing himself on someone, a woman, either way. This is insane.
Not right. It's not
and
right.
the fact that you can't even go to the parents to be like, hey, my daughter is married to this individual. They might be trying to have kids, and they're just fine with their golden child making a move. Like, what is this family? That's crazy.
Don't know. You have to have some set of cojones to like make a move on your sister's man in general, but you also have to just not be a good person.
A good person.
Yeah. Yep. Like that's absolutely insane. And I know if that happened to me personally, I would like to say I'd lose my mind and like start fighting, but I probably would go the same route this wife went, where like, how could my family member do this to me? How could like, you know, like be a mess, start crying, like just I would
not though. I would absolutely look to my partner of like, how did you handle the situation? Mm-hmm. I will though, for assaulting my husband, that's a police call to me.
Yeah.
That's a file report. That's insane. There is a little update. I kind of want to do the update, Chris.
Okay, let's do the update because now I'm just curious because this situation is so wild. How
it is.
I need to know how they proceeded with it.
So let's see. We've already seen how the family reacts. He did a couple of little tidbits out of the beginning. Mm-hmm. Also, I just want to put in even though he should have maybe gone in the garage with her, this is not his fault.
Oh yeah,
this is not his fault. This is not at all.
You know what? Here's the and right before you get into the update, I don't think anybody should even question why he went in there, because sure, she's made like some weird remarks and stuff in front of the family and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you look at your own family and you're like, okay, even like let's say weird Aunt Melissa, even if she's not flirting with you, like if you feel safe with everybody in your family, then you should like you wouldn't question anything. And there's
exactly.
Like, there's
I shouldn't have had to expect that from you. And then she laughed.
Yeah. So that's literally it. It's like it at the end of the day, it's like you hope to stop. You just hope to stop. You hope that it would stop is what I'm trying to say. You know, like
I do have a sad thing that's like kind of off of what you just said. Uh-huh. At the beginning, he said he wanted to thank everyone who like checked in on him. I realized that I had literally never had a chance to check in with myself after these things happen. And I've been holding a lot of frustration and resentment. I've been harassed for years, and it has either been brushed off or it's been eclipsed by the impact it has had on my wife. I do not blame her for it, but this has been a good lesson in me not burying my feelings for the sake of others, even for her. That is one thing. Like, I completely get the wife's perspective. I would be bawling, but she needs to check in on him. This is like first off, are you okay?
Yeah.
kind of thing. But anyways, update.
Yes, please.
On to the update. The night I posted, I told my wife that if she wanted to try to repair her relationship with her sister, I would respect that, but that I do not feel comfortable being around her for the foreseeable future. I said Mary has obviously been deeply jealous of my wife her whole life because she is a hollow, ugly person whose entire value has had an expiration date while my wife actually has substance. I said I think her whole family is toxic and has done nothing but put her down her whole life, but that only she can decide whether she wants them to remain in her life. I also told her that I don't blame her for her emotional reaction. Her insecurity is something that she needs to work on for our relationship to be healthy. What Mary did, however, was sexual assault, and she's been sexually harassing me for years. But I have constantly put aside my own feelings about this problem because of how it affects her, and that has prevented me from getting the support I need to. Good. This is communication.
Yeah.
I told her that her reaction only serves to punish herself and me for her sister's behavior, and that there's no reason to give her that kind of power. And I also told her something that a commenter said that really resonated with me. The only people who have ever considered her second best are her and her family. Everyone else sees her for who she really is. She was crying the whole time and agreed finally that she needed therapy to work on her insecurities.
Okay.
Great. We're able to find a therapist that specializes in body image and self-esteem issues to work with her individually, and we're looking for a couples therapist. My wife sent a message to her parents and sister that explained exactly what happened and told them she would reach out, if ever, when she feels ready to repair the relationship. We blocked them on everything, but Mary has, of course, been spamming my family and our friends with nonsense, claiming I'm attacked her, I'm a drug addict, I've abused my wife, all kinds of BS, and thankfully, nobody believes it. Good, because I have heard way too many stories where it's like this, like, hey, mother who birthed me, this random stranger told you on the street that I did this horrible thing, and then they just believe it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yep, sounds right.
I don't know. Dude, just cut them loose. Just cut them loose. There's nothing. Focus on you and advancing in life and
exactly
and what's right for you and your potential family in the future. I'm happy they're looking into therapy for her body image issues.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hopefully they can send me the info because your boy needs it too.
Oh. Anyone watching this, you're beautiful, by the way.
You're just beautiful. I just hate myself.
I just hate myself, but you are beautiful. Not me, but you guys.
Yeah, truly.
Oh my God. This applies to everyone but me.
Yeah, everyone but me. And but whatever. Besides that,
oh my God.
I will just starts crying on stream. Like,
I don't cry for content. Do it.
Quick. No. But anyway, to try to put a bow on my thoughts, it's genuinely, I'm so happy that they communicated. They figured out what needs to be done.
Me too.
I'm happy that this sister, everyone's like not believing her, and obviously her reputation is trashed now. And in general, this just shows that the one thing that I will say in the beginning of everything is just how he was describing his wife compared to her.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Can you just reread a little bit of that, just because I feel like it was so weirdly worded. It almost made me think that like he didn't actually find his wife attractive. But
yeah, I was like, what's happening here?
Yeah, reading the rest of the story, I'm now like, okay, yeah, he does love his wife. I just thought it was weird how he set it up.
I think my wife Jenna is absolutely gorgeous, but she does have some really negative body image issues. This is in part because of her sister Mary, who is very conventionally attractive, as opposed to Jenna's more unconventional, but in my opinion, striking beauty. First off, don't put that in my opinion. Take that out. Second, don't be like. This is why she has like insecurities. Yes, because you're calling her sister hot on a Reddit page.
Yeah, that, and then also in general, like, even if like she wasn't conventionally attractive, he should have just straight up been like, "But I freaking adore her. I love her. She's the best. I think she's beautiful." Like, he didn't have to say like, she's unconventionally attractive or she's special. Like, I think she said special at some point. I was just like, come on, like.
Oh no! He said she was interesting to look at. What kind of compliment?
What? Yeah, what is that? You can't.
Oh, he loses a little bit of points, but at the very end.
What?
Okay, we do not have time for this.
What?
But stay tuned till next week, guys, because there are several updates to this story.
Oh, you didn't. I thought there was just one.
I thought so too, but there are 3 additional updates because this story got reposted to TikTok and there's been a bunch of crap that has now gone down. So we in the future are going to be returning to this. We just do not have time today, but next week, come back. We'll do the best of Redditor updates.
Okay.
But the last thing I wanted to add for this first update was that they are planning a getaway weekend, and he's taking her out and doing all of these things. So good for you guys.
I love that for them.
Let me just bookmark this because we will be back. All right, down to our last Reddit story of the day. Haley, thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry, you've been waiting a long time. I did not see that. I really appreciate you. All right, this last one is called Operation Let It Go.
Ooh.
My dad just shared a story about my late Uncle Dale, his lifelong friend and fellow engineer. So in his memory and spirit of the upcoming holidays, I present to you the tale of nepotism, engineering students, and India Menzel. Uncle Dale was a senior engineer in a small firm in the Midwestern U.S. To help offset costs, he had a small tin box on a table outside of his office with a slot in it so anyone could donate money to the party fund. Looks like he was a local community college instructor, unofficially in charge of office parties. Okay, so there is, he does the office party thing. Okay, cool. So everyone knew about this and were happy to donate. A month or so before the company's big Christmas party, Uncle Dale decided I should check the box. Lo and behold, it was suddenly empty.
Ooh.
Uncle Dale knew something was wrong because he had seen several colleagues putting money in this box, and the only thing that could mean was someone was stealing from the party fund. At this moment, Brad, the owner's nephew and fellow engineer, came around the corner, and something about the way Brad was looking at him made Uncle Dale suspicious. Brad doesn't have a good reputation around the office, to say the least. His reputation is being pushy, obnoxious, rude, and just plain entitled. Unfortunately, he was not only the owner's beloved nephew, but knew how to skirt the rules so he wouldn't get fired. Uncle Dale decided he should set a trap to catch the thief.
You know what?
Using I love this. He's an engineer. So using his engineering skills, he set up a hidden rig using a hidden doorbell cam right next to the box. He then had a colleague loudly brag about how he contributed $100 to the party fund and then just waited.
Oh, I love it.
He got a notification that the camera was recording and watched as Brad opened the empty box, scowl in disgust, and throw it hard against the wall. Yikes, what the hell, Brad?
Bro.
Now, you would think this would end with Uncle Dale presenting the video evidence to his boss to get Brad fired, but oh no. As I mentioned in a previous post, if there's one thing engineers love, it's solving problems.
Okay.
And if it's engineering students, they'll make it an experience to remember. Uncle Dale then went to his engineering students. He offered extra credit to come up with a rig box that would make a noise when open. The more obnoxious the sound, the higher the bonus.
That's so
One week later, they delivered their project and demonstrated how it worked. Pleased with the results, Dale awarded them extra credit as promised, and the next day set up the rig box and proclaimed, "Well, isn't this nice? Someone donated $50 to the party fund. Thanks so much, guys," and then went into his office. The engineering students had rigged the box with one of those inserts from cards that play music when you open them. Okay, so music box.
Okay. I'm imagining it. Okay.
Yeah. By popular vote, they had picked Let It Go from Disney's Frozen.
Okay.
Now it's coming together. Okay. Right around the time the song was beginning to become unpopular from how the ungodly amount it was played. They also managed to ensure that once it was open, the box couldn't close unless you pressed a hidden button on the side, releasing the hinge. So the song would continue to play. For extra fungies, they made sure that to angle the insert for maximum volume and secured it down with an industrial strength glue. Sure enough, everyone in the office heard Menzel belting the hated song and Brad's frustrated grunts while trying to close the box. Finally, Brad chucked the box at the wall, managing to put a good-sized dent in his attempt to silence it. His uncle then summoned Brad into his office, and 15 minutes later, Brad left with a cardboard box and to clear out his desk, along with a note in his file of "Do not rehire, do not recommend." So his engineering career was over. That Christmas, Uncle Dale had a little video prepared to show at the Christmas party, and had caught Brad attempting to steal from the box a second time, all to the tune of "Let It Go."
That is insane, and I absolutely love when people go above and beyond just to get back at someone. It's like you put the extra effort that I probably wouldn't, so that's why I love seeing it. That was wild.
What I liked about this is that once Brad was like, "Dang, there's no money for me to steal," he just chucks it against the wall.
And
what is that gonna do?
And that's causing even more of a scene that people might overhear or see. You know?
He sounds like a dude, bro, that like hyped up a Mountain Dew.
Entitled, like
punches a hole in his wall,
Nepo
breaks his own
baby.
hand.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, Uncle Dale, good for you.
Yeah, Uncle
good
Dale
for you, Uncle
handled
Dale.
it the right way. He was like, "Get the heck out."
I like that he took it a step further, because simple revenge is just not enough. And that's where we're going to end it today.
Yeah.
Chris, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. There were some not so great stories there, but I'm looking forward to hearing a couple updates from that other one. I think I feel good overall. I'm trying to think. I think we did the job.
I think we did the thing.
Yeah.
Guys, you're definitely going to want to be here next Thursday, 5:30 p.m. EST, same as always, because the list we have is extra juicy this time. We had some help picking out some stories, and these are some of the best updates ever found on Reddit.
Best.
So you're not going to want to miss this.
Woo!
The best. And again, if you guys enjoyed it, all 600 of you, don't forget to go to _PixelChris on everything and give him a follow, guys. We're trying to get him to 5,000 followers over on TikTok, so go and do the thing. And we love your faces.
And for anybody who's watching on my end, be sure to check out Wazakas Gaming. There's always some great Pokemon content. And like we said, we don't typically make Reddit story type of content. This is purely just for our enjoyment. We just like to, I guess we're just a bit of two gossip queens, you know? Just like,
oh my god,
we just like to, you know, we get to be nosy and see what other people are doing in their lives. But anyway, yeah, check out Wazakas Gaming. They're a great time. And if you aren't already subscribed to me or Wazakas, make sure to do that so you know next time we go live.
All right, I will see you guys next Tuesday, 5:30, same time, same place. All right, adios.
Peace out, Cub Scout.
Peace out, Cub Scouts. Did we do it? I did it.